Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, February the 16th. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly open and gap. As always, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And as always, have risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while trading. So let's just jump right into the week. We are a little over 6 pips below the weekly open, 3 off that weekly low, and 30 off the weekly high so far, which is the same as the daily. And as you can see, all the open gaps have filled. We're putting in the opening range for the week. We are inside the opening range for the month, above the opening range for the year. And it looks like we need to go short. What's that line at 36.23? And if we look at the year, we're 174 pips above the yearly open, 237 off the high, and 291 off the low. We've crossed the inside bar low put in 4 days ago at 36.38. We are within the last week's inside bar. And it looks like we might have plenty of room to go down before we break out of the weekly inside bar. Lots of inside bar action happening today. For the range, we've got a handful of pairs over 100, with the pound yen clocking in at 155. And as you can see, the pound dollar is only 33 pips. As you can see, prices had a hard time closing above the weekly open so far today. Once it closed below it, as you can see here, back in the Asian session, they pushed it up. Now we're pushing it down. And today is a bank holiday in the US of A. Once again, range too low for the rats. On the pivot trading plan, the Bambino Flex indicator saying to go long. Pivot trading plan says go long near the pivot. And it looks like we've crossed the weekly and we're getting near the monthly. Actually, we might have bounced off the monthly once or twice. So we took out the daily, we've taken out the weekly, and like I said, we're right around that monthly, which we took out. In and out of the upper wick zone on both sides. We're now between the wick zones. Once again, cross below that weekly open. As you can see, range isn't moving the needle. Inside bar from last week should be interesting if we reach either of those prices this week. And simple price action. As you can see here, we look to the left, you can see right here a couple of times that was resistance, and then resistance has a way of becoming support. You can see that's happened a couple times already. And we've got a lower high that looks like it just triggered. And there's the higher low. Once again, those trades, even on a muted day, as you could see here, could have been worth 4 or 5 pips. And, sometimes, we always talk about hairy hindsight. But the thing is, if you can see certain things that are happening, you can take advantage of them. For example, had a 2 ball, then all of a sudden we had an open gap, followed by an open gap, another open gap, another open gap. Well, what do we know about open gaps? They have to be filled. So using whatever method you wanted to play off of these bottoms, this open gap got filled. So you could have been in somewhere around between, say, 30 and 32. You could have targeted this 35. That's 3 pips. You jumped in a couple of times, that's even more. And then what happened here? There's another open gap. Put in a 1 ball, flip flop. Once again, a couple of pips to be had. And look at there, another open gap. And what do we have here? An open gap. It got filled. So, price tells a story. So you can see prices pushing down. It just put in 4. It's putting in the 4th. Red price action score bar. And if you look back, you can see we've got a 6, we've got a 5. Pretty much call that a 5. Got a 4. And then up here we've got a 6, a 4, a 4. And so you just look at these multimeter and just look at the scores and go, you know what? Good chance this thing comes back the other way. So you just wait and let that bar close. You can see we're below indicator 2 on both the M1 and the M5. So here's the 5th one. We've got a lower high right there. Almost at the end of the hour. And as you can see, price is now moving up. Now this is where it gets interesting in the sense that it just crossed above 1, 2 dynamic support levels. And so we'll see what happens. I would be targeting the EMA 5 for an exit, and or I'd wait to see if we get a dynamic resistance put in. And so long as price stays above indicator 2 here on M1, we should be good. So as you can see, it tested it. Testing it. And notice we had a price action count of 5 on M5. So we sit, we wait. Now, dynamic resistance just got put in. It's pushing up. You got 30 seconds left in this 1 minute candle. And that's why I said dynamic resistance right at the EMA 5. That would have had, if we would have taken that. Now, if you're looking just to scalp, that would have been an exit. But as you can see, we're still closing above indicator 2 on M1. Notice here, if you look left, that dynamic resistance got put in right where there was previous dynamic support. What did they say? Support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. So one of the things when you're trading is when you get in a trade, you have to look for places that make sense to exit. In other words, the trade you get in, are you trying for 10 pips, 20, 30? Or you're saying, hey, you know what? I can pick off a couple of pips. Because see, looking back to this last open gap, that's already been filled. So I really don't see anything like that that screams at me. And we have price action score of 4 right here, 4 in a row. And one other thing, between here and here is an imbalance. And I don't see any. Well, this imbalance between here and here almost got filled, so there's still a little bit up here. So we still have about a minute and a half left here. So, fellow traders, as always, hope everybody had a fun and safe weekend. Once again, enjoy President's Day here in the USA. Banks are closed, so probably don't want to go there. And when you do come back and sit down to trade, I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.